So Xbox Game Pass has been in the discussions over the last week or so because of all of the stuff we've already talked about over the last couple of videos, which was Hi-Fi Rush and the news from stuff that Jeff Grubb had said, who obviously he went back and backtracked on what he had said, and the debunking of Hi-Fi Rush not being a successful game. All of that has happened over the last couple of days. And within those last couple of days, there's actually been some more information about just how successful Xbox Game Pass can actually help and make games. We talked about it in a video yesterday when it came to Atomic Heart and Focus Entertainment, where 3 of their 4 games launched day 1 into Xbox Game Pass, and they were up 36% in revenues. And you'd have to assume that Xbox Game Pass and the deal that they made with Xbox played a large role in that, when 3 of their 4 games that they released launched day 1 into the service. Now we have a little bit more information here about another game, specifically Everspace 2, which also launched into Xbox Game Pass. Now there's a developers conference going on right now, and it is called the Reboot Conference. It's in Dubrovnik, Croatia, from April 24th to April 26th. It brings together people across the industry. They talk about numbers, talk about their games, all of that type of good stuff. And we have some information here about, again, Everspace 2 and some statistics that they put out there specifically talking about Xbox Game Pass. So Everspace 2 early access stats from the Reboot Developers Conference. They go over some stuff here, and they say here that Game Pass PC was good and it didn't affect sales. In fact, they were higher. And this aligns with what Microsoft has said in the past, but people want to tell you it isn't true. Now, again, the reason he says that, because this isn't the first time that a developer has come out and talked about how putting their game into Xbox Game Pass has actually increased the sales of that specific game. The one that everyone always likes to bring up is the No More Robots developer, Mike Rose, who came out and said, hey, we put our games into Game Pass. We made more sales after doing that. And going forward, there's no reason why we wouldn't want to put all of our games into the service. And this is just another example where they go out of their way to specify just how successful Game Pass has helped make their game on Game Pass PC. This is specifically only Game Pass PC, as well as obviously with Game Pass, you have console PC, you have Game Pass Ultimate, where you get even more access to more players by putting it on every single platform. But just with putting the game on Game Pass PC, increase sales, and you would assume that the developer here would want to put more games into the service. So another example, kind of debunking Game Pass being bad for developers. And we have to keep talking about it, because as the years go on, as the months go on, there's more information that continuously comes out that is showing that it is good for developers and good for the industry. But there's still all of that pushback where people are spreading information, spreading articles and things about how it could potentially be bad, the doom and gloom, all of that type of stuff, especially because you really think about the service itself. Yes, it did launch in 2017. It's starting to come into its own. It's continuously getting better, but it is still very early on, realistically, in the whole Game Pass and subscription service type of thing. So it will continue to grow. And I think as it gets bigger, it gets better, we will see more and more information like this come out, where people talk about, hey, how it helped their game, how it helped them get higher sales. Or, maybe it will be the exact opposite, but I'm doubtful. Like, they definitely can cannibalize the sales. That's an obvious thing. We even saw that in the ABK documents, where they talked about how it does cannibalize sales. But does that cannibalization hurt it more than actually the benefits that Game Pass provides, which is that word of mouth marketing, which is people discovering game they would have never tried out before, and then going out and purchasing the game on Steam, on Xbox after the fact, maybe go out and purchase it after the game leaves. And for Xbox themselves, what they need to, I guess, understand is, does it cannibalize first-party games so much so that they can't actually make enough money by putting their games into the service? That is one of the things that the whole Hi-Fi Rush debate brought up, was if Hi-Fi Rush didn't make enough money, like Jeff Grubb had said, is it because of Xbox Game Pass? But does it really matter if the other metrics are at a point that Xbox is satisfied with, that they are happy with, which they said they were, that makes the game successful? Does it bring people into the ecosystem? They stay in the ecosystem because the game dropped on Xbox Game Pass, and then Xbox makes money by keeping these customers on the subscription service. Does it get them in the Xbox ecosystem where they're spending money within the store in other ways just because they were brought in by a game like Hi-Fi Rush? All of these things we have no idea about, but from everything we are understanding right now, is that there are more metrics, I would say, pointing it to it being a good service. And then we have this information here from True Achievements. Now, True Achievements has a bunch of active Xbox accounts that are registered on their website. They have 2.5 million active accounts, so they can get a look at how many of those 2.5 million accounts jump into a game and how many jump in on the first week and stuff like that. And obviously, overall, there are way more than 2.5 million Xbox accounts, but they give you some percentages here. You could potentially extrapolate that out and see how that would look if you took that percentage across all Xbox accounts, and if that would give you an idea of how many overall people are playing. But I still think it's pretty interesting. And this has to do with Minecraft Legends, which just launched a first-party Xbox game, a big first-party Xbox game that is multi-platform on PlayStation, on Nintendo, also on Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, obviously on day one. And it launched as the third biggest Xbox launch so far based off of True Achievements data. It launched third after Hogwarts Legacy and Atomic Heart. Now, what they do is they look at the percentage of people that jumped in based off of their accounts, like I said, and in Minecraft Legends, 10.3% of True Achievements accounts jumped into Minecraft Legends within the first week of its release, behind Hogwarts Legacy, which was 11.8%, and then 13.8% of accounts jumped into Atomic Heart, which is the biggest launch so far based off of the True Achievement accounts. Kind of shows you the effect that Game Pass can have, where people are jumping in and playing those games right away as soon as they launch, because it's the brand new game on these service and they don't actually have to go out and buy it. But they also shows you how successful big AAA games like Hogwarts Legacy can be, that it can have more people jumping in, paying full price and playing it than a game that launches day one onto Xbox Game Pass. So it gives a little bit of insight there. The success of Minecraft Legends on the Xbox platform within its first week, largely, I would say, due to the fact of the subscription service of Xbox Game Pass, and obviously Minecraft IP is extremely successful. And reason I say Game Pass has such a big effect on the launch of this game is because True Trophies is the same site here as True Achievements, but for PlayStation trophies. And Minecraft Legends, which launched full price on PlayStation, didn't even get into the top 40 within the first week on the PlayStation platform. So if you're Xbox here, you're looking at this, you're seeing the effect that putting that game into the subscription service has in order for it to people to be jumping in and to be successful. And you can relate all of this back and you come up to many different conclusions about this. Is that bad for Xbox? Are they upset that people aren't going out and buying it full price on PlayStation enough? Is that going to hurt the overall development of the game? Is it going to not allow them to make back enough money? Or you can look at it at the other side of things, where there's so many people jumping in on the Xbox platform, there's a high chance that the people playing this game are going to spend money on Xbox in other ways, which makes up for a lot of the cost of the development. And we don't know what the Nintendo numbers are, but I'm sure Minecraft Legends is doing pretty well there. Minecraft is such a strong IP. I don't think it's something that needs to be that they to worry about that much as a game to not make back the money. But hey, we'll wait and see. But it was very successful based off of the True Achievements data in terms of an Xbox launch within its first week. So I'm going to leave that there, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.